my Jurassicers, and hope you like the new intro. I'm finally going to do this. I'm going to read my Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 2 fan-made book. I wrote this whole thing myself. It took about five months, so I'd love it if you could drop a like, subscribe, comment, and put on that little notification bell. So we're going to get right into it. Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 2 fan-made book. Author Jacob Galbally. Illustrations by Luke Galbally. Episode 1. Wait, I just got to move the phone. Okay, Episode 1, the recap. Last time, Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, the 6 kids, Darius, Brooklyn, Ben, Sammy, Kenji, and Yasmina were selected to go to Jurassic World's state-of-the-art Camp Cretaceous. The 6 kids, along with their head counselors, Dave and Roxy, were meant to have a wonderful time rock climbing, zip lining, kayaking, and lots more. Although the first few days didn't go well, such as Kenji and Darius falling in a raptor cage, then having to scoop up poop, and Brooklyn and Darius drove a gyrosphere into a pool of quick mud. Within a few days, Roxy and Dave decided to ask for more crew and help, but while they were gone, a disaster happened, and the classified dinosaur, the Indominus Rex, broke out of its cage. The kids heard a roar from a dinosaur far off and tried to get a closer look, so they head to the observation tower. While up in the tower, the Indominus came and started to rip down the tower when the kids decided to take the zip line. The kids were near the end of the zip line when the tower fell, and the kids fell into the jungle. While in the jungle, Ben finds his Dino Crush Bumpy, the Ankylosaurus, who decides to follow them. The kids then came across the Contour's cage and crossed through to find the park owner, Mr. Masrani, crash into the pterodactyl dome, which is the aviary. I don't know why I didn't write that. The pterodactyls began pouring out and chasing the kids. The kids then ran into the kayak cave, only to sail into the wrong stream leading to the Mosasaurus lagoon. The kids just about make it out and hear a speaker saying, "The last boat leaves in 90 minutes. So they run out into the monorail. While on the monorail, they realise the pterodactyls are attracted to the light. So the kids quickly start to break them. Suddenly, the kids saw the broken monorail in front of them, and they had to change course. Unexpectedly, Ben climbed on top of the monorail and headed to the front carriage to change course, while the other kids shone their torches to get the pterodactyl's attention. Just in time, Ben changed courses while the kids came to congratulate him. Out of nowhere, a pterodactyl came and swooped Ben away. Quick thinking, Darius grabbed Ben but could not hold on. Ben fell to the floor, leaving the rest of the kids traumatized. All of a sudden, the kids realized the monorail was heading the wrong way and had to quickly jump out when the track dipped down. Somehow, Bumpy had fallen out of Kenji's arms during the fall. The radio announced 30 minutes left. The kids then went into the underground tunnels and came across Toro the Contourus and decided to blow up the tunnel. Pew pew! When the kids opened their eyes, Toro was running off and the holes were broken in the side wall. The kids then realised they had found the docks, but there was no boat to be seen. Now that is chapter 1, and yes, this video will contain many spoilers. It isn't exactly like the real thing. A few things are like it because of all of the spoilers that released. You might think some bits that weren't Jurassic World official YouTube channel didn't release. Some bits, no, those are from this guy called, I think it's like something Sloth. and he somehow managed to get into the files and track down Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous files. Anyway, this is where we start getting a bit of dialogue in. Episode 2, the first night on their own. Brooklyn's dead at the docks. They're gone. They left us. There was silence in the air. Well, we are dead, thanks to Sammy for stealing our only way of getting home, Yasmina said, sounding annoyed. Don't worry, Sammy, she's in a bad mood. She'll come around, don't worry. Brooklyn rested her hand on Sammy's shoulder. Well, I guess no bowling alley for me next week then, Kenji said jokingly. Guys, what do we do now? Stated Darius. Find Ben maybe, Sammy? Sammy nervously said. Ben's dead, Sammy. We're all dead. Yes, no, they're not. Yasmina was still annoyed, but he could still be... Yasmina was still annoyed, but he could still be... Sammy paused. We have to find him. And Bumpy. Kenji likes Bumpy, right? Always trying to convince everyone to do your idea. Yasmin was yet still annoyed. No, we're with Sammy, aren't we, CKK? Cool Kids Kayak. Kenji said. Yes, I am Kenji, and we are not in the kayak anymore, so you can stop, Brooklyn stated. I'm with them, Darius said. Oh, I guess I'm outvoted then. Let's go before a dinosaur comes and eats us, Yasmina said with defeat. Luckily, Trevorrow isn't bothered with us anymore, Darius stated. The kids started to walk towards the jungle when they heard a roar. Run! They all shouted. The 5 of them ran along the path and behind some trees. I've heard that roar before, Darius said. It's the Diplodocus. Why are we running? I bet that's the carnivore, isn't it? Brooklyn stated. Nope, it's just a herbivore, Darius said jokingly. Oh, come on. What? Whoever said run is embarrassing us, the others complained. Guys, come on. At this rate, Bumpy will be 10 times faster than us, Kenji said. They had just passed a broken down fence saying low voltage. I bet that's how it all started. Oh, I bet that's how, I forgot my grammar. That's how it all started, Kenji said. Why is the Yasmina so quiet? Said. Sammy asked. I'm looking, okay? Yasmina said, yet still annoyed. For what? Brooklyn stated. Ben, duh, she replied. Don't forget Bumpy, Darius said. It was starting to turn dark. Let's set up shelter. Brooklyn and Darius agreed. The kids began constructing a den. It's not good, but it's not bad. Does that make sense? Brooklyn asked. The kids settled down and began to sleep. Night. Hope the dinosaurs don't bite. Wait, should we be somewhere where the dinosaurs can't reach us? Kenji worried. Yeah, the rest agreed. They began to scale the tree, but Yasmina could not climb. Guys, I have an injured ankle. I can't climb, Yasmina reminded them. Oh, somebody carry her, Kenji said. Dib's not me, the others laughed. Kenji, that means you, Brooklyn laughed. There's a lot of laughing. Alright, you guys win, Kenji said. Even Yasmina laughed. Kenji started carrying Yasmina up when there was a sound coming from the bushes. Wow, went the bushes. It was a baby Triceratops. Aww, the kids exclaimed. A massive Triceratops came out of the bushes. It was huge, the kids thought. Something scared the Triceratops because they began to back away. The kids looked behind them. It was the Baryonyx. Now at this point, they hadn't released any spoilers about the Baryonyx. There was nothing to do with Baryonyx. I came up with the Baryonyx, but run! No, climb! Darius screamed. The Baryonyx was quick to see them because it lunged at Kenji and Yasmina just in time when Kenji grabbed a vine and swung to another tree. The kids, now separated on 2 trees, kept climbing till the Baryonyx could no more. The kids didn't know how to get to each other, so they decided to stay on the separate trees. Kenji, that was sick, Brooklyn said. Life of a VIP, you get free ninja lessons, Kenji joked. Hey, I wonder how Ben and Bumpy are doing. Well, presuming he's alive, Sammy said. In the middle of the jungle, Ben was alive and he had just woken up with Bumpy licking his face. What happened, he thought. Where are they? He also thought. Hi, Bumpy, he began saying, still weak from the fall. Ben fell back asleep. Back on the tree, the rest of the kids were starting to feel sleepy. I'm going to hit the hay, Kenji said. Same, said Sammy and Yasmin at the same time. Us two are as well, Brooklyn said. Darius realised Brooklyn was referring to him and her. Now, originally I was going to have a love story at this part, but I couldn't be bothered, so nah. Now for the first picture. Well done, Lily Galbally, for brilliant picture. Okay, and next page. Episode 3, or chapter 3. The trouble of climbing down a big tall tree. As Darius opened his eyes, I gotta do something. As Darius opened his eyes, he heard a sound. Kenji, he said, still tired? There it was. A croak came from the branches. It was the pterodactyls. They were hungry and looking for berries. That part didn't make sense. They're carnivores. My dad came up with that, so, yeah. Oh my gosh, Brooklyn. Oh my gosh. Brooklyn, Sammy, are you awake? And Darius whispered. Yeah, came the bushes. Shh, the pterodactyls are hunting, Darius replied. Woo! Rise and shine, people! Shouted Kenji. The pterodactyls were aware of their presence. Ark, ark, screeched a pterodactyl. All of a sudden, crowds of them came soaring from the skies. I don't know if I wrote skies right. I think that says skis. And surrounding the two trees. Guys, break bark off the tree and rub the sap all over your body, Darius told the others. Why? Asked Yasmina. They hate the smell of tree sap. It will put them off, he whispered back. The 5 of them began coating themselves in a thick layer of sticky tree sap. Shouted the pterodactyls as they approached Sammy. They flew away. Wow, that was a close one, Brooklyn exclaimed. Thanks, Dino Nerd, said Kenji while looking at the sky. So how are we getting down? Sammy asked. Darius pointed at a vine, just like Kenji did. And we didn't get ninja classes, did we? Brooklyn asked. Guys, I was just kidding. I don't really take ninja classes, Kenji said. Then how do you do it? Yasmin asked. Kenji pointed at his head. It's called a brain. Kenji slid down the rope to show the others how easy it was. Kenji looked around him. There were eyes looking out the bushes. Ha! He wasn't going to risk it, so he clambered up the vine again. The others looked down. It was a goat. But goats don't have glowing eyes. Sammy said, looking confused. All of a sudden, a T-Rex came out the bushes and snapped the goat in its jaws. Ah! The kid screamed. The T-Rex looked at Kenji, then at Darius. It began bashing its head on the two trees. Boom, boom, boom. Suddenly, Sammy fell out the tree, but was quickly grabbed by Brooklyn and Darius, who pulled her back up. The T-Rex eventually gave up and sprinted off. Ha-ha, Rexy, yeah, that's right, get off our tree, Kenji shouted jokingly. But the trouble wasn't over yet, because they knew there was more dinosaurs out there. Guys, I know it sounds crazy, but we're going to have to climb down, Darius said. We'll have to crawl when we get down, so we don't make any noise until we get on the path. Darius, I hate to tell you, but it's an absolutely crazy plan. And I like it, Brooklyn stated with a cheeky smile. At this point, the love story part was still in the book. I deleted that part, but yeah, so I did that. But time for a little adventure, Kenji said, while starting to climb down the vine. Woo! Said Brooklyn, Darius still whispering. The kids started climbing down the vine when they recognised where they were. They were near Main Street. They were near where Ben fell, where Bumpy had been lost. And if we pick up the phone again, got another brilliant picture. All 5 of them just standing there. Some pterodactyls over there. Monorail there. Trees. Now we're going to put the phone down again. I reckon we'll go to episode 5 and then that'll be for today. We'll have about 4 parts of this. Episode 4, Perspective. The kids looked around them. The monorail was visible. They could see the ditch where Ben fell. They could see where the incline was that they jumped off at was, but they didn't know how to get there. It was too dangerous for them to trek through the jungle and take too long for them to go along the path. They had to find another way. Back in Costa Rica, the Isla Nublar rescue boat had just docked, while Dave and Roxy were still demanding for the boat to go back and get the kids. But there were kids still on their own. You can't just leave them, Roxy was stating in her British accent. Sorry, ma'am, but we did announce the boat leaving in 90 minutes before it left. We cannot do anything about it, the guard said. Well, if you just fly a helicopter with us to the island, everything would be good, Dave said in his British tone. The island is InGen protected. You can't just go there. We work at Jurassic World. We have authority, Roxy said. Not anymore, ma'am. InGen owns the island now and clearly have said nobody's to set foot on it unless you have an InGen license, which you do not, the guards replied. But their parents will sue us, and InGen, Roxy said. Plus, we care about the kids. They deserve rescuing because they care about the money more than... Yeah. Back at Darius's house, his mum was crying with tears as she got a phone call saying their child was not seen coming off the boat. On Brooklyn's webpage channel, people were wondering why Brooklyn was not posting. At Sammy's ranch, her parents cried not only because Sammy went without telling them, but because she was not seen coming off the boat. At Yasmina's gymnasium, the teachers wondered where Yasmina was. At the dinosaur food storage compartment, that's a big mouthful. Ben's mum and dad cried and realised what mistake it was to make Ben go. At Kenzie's mansion, staff were cleaning the bowling alley, having no thoughts at all, because nobody cares about Kenji. No, we do care about Kenji. The fans care, but not Jurassic World officials, apparently. But back at the island, they had an idea. Episode 5, the plan. I have an idea, said Kenji. The underground tunnels. I think there's a passage somewhere around here. Kenji ran over to a tree and pulled a branch. A secret passage opened up in the ground. The kids ran down the stairs. Wow, Sammy said. The tunnel looked a lot different than the others. It was more richer than the others and beautifully decorated. This tunnel led to Kenji's penthouse and some other places. The roof had chandeliers and blue-flamed torches on the walls. Jacob, this is not Minecraft. Why did you write that? I don't know. The kids weren't even sure how they made blue fire. So sand and so soil. Ha! No, just kidding. But Brooklyn ran over to an iPad on the wall. Yes, Apple, not sponsored by Apple. Guys, we can call for rescue. Brooklyn's voice got lower as she spoke. Guys, we can call for rescue. Brooklyn's voice got slower as she spoke. What? What? Asked Yasmina. It's just a communication tablet. Just to the other parts of the island, not the actual world. Brooklyn said they all were disappointed. The kids carried on walking. So Kenji, how far is it? Brooklyn said, just 10 minutes. Kenji seemed to slow down. They turned the corner and there was a big bronze set of bars. Roar! Echoed the tunnel. Oh no, something's coming. No, Brooklyn said while turning around. There were footsteps coming down the hallway. Smash! They could hear glass shattering. A Xenoceratops ran. Spelling of Xenoceratops. Ran through the hall. It was running from where the roar came from. Suddenly, a baryonyx turned the corner. The kids didn't know what to do. Oh, can we fit in episode 6? Yeah, let's go for it. Episode 6, Panic in the Hallway. The baryonyx passed the corner and started to run at the kids. Ah! The kids screamed as it was getting closer. The kids sprinted the way that the Xenoceratops had ran. Then they turned the corner to find Toro, but Toro wasn't after the kids anymore. Toro ran past the kids and lunged at the baryonyx, biting into its chest, leaving bite marks. Run! Run! The kids screamed. The five kids were near the ladder when 2 statues fell on either side of the room, sending shards of rock and glass everywhere. The kids took cover behind another pillar as the torches on the wall fell off and the carpet caught fire. The kids ran the other way, but were trapped between the fire and 2 raging, deadly dinosaurs. They didn't know what to choose. Suddenly, Kenji ran into the middle of the 2 dinosaurs, while the kids screamed, "What are you doing, Kenji?" Moments later, Kenji ran through the baryonyx's legs, holding a fire extinguisher. He ran at the fire and held the lever as foam came soaring out the funnel. "Go, go, go!" Kenji shouted while pointing at the exit. The kids ran and ran, but just as they got to the ladder, Toro fell to the floor, creating a shockwave that shattered all the glass. The kids climbed and climbed as the baryonyx charged at the ladder. The kids climbed up the tube, but the baryonyx had done that too. It was snapping its jaws, trying to reach Yasmina. Just when Yasmina's foot touched the baryonyx's nose, Toro got up and bit the baryonyx's tail, making it screech and fall to the floor. The kids could hear Toro running off as they opened the hatch and climbed out. Okay, that'll be it for today. But one more picture I would like to show you. This is the hallway. As you can see, much more grand. It's got paintings. There's the glass and rock. There's no fire in this scene because the fire hadn't started yet. But then, look, there's another painting there. Chandeliers, benches. Very luxurious. But yeah. Anyways, thank you all so much for listening to episodes 1 to 6 today. Next time we'll be doing 7 to 12. So pop in for next times and have a Jurassic day and peace out.